My name is Harsono. I'm Indonesian. I'm a Chinese descendant. I've been in Singapore for about 4 years. I'm working as the R&D engineer in the medical tech company, local one. I waited for my PR to be approved for 13 months. Yes, and unfortunately it failed. And the most cruciating part about that is really I don't understand why I failed. I would like to say that it is a fate because I met this new friend that I never know before. We met over the lunch by chance, and he shared that time that he just got his PR with the help of the immigration people. The immigration people helped me to spot out what is the one biggest problem that I may have in my application, which is actually the difference of my race stated in my EP and in when I did the application. So without knowing this, I keep insisting that when I write down over my application form for the PR, I will use the one that I think right, which is not aligned with my EP. The process is very clear, stated in the website, and then I can just go through everything, make sure that all the document is there, and fill in the things that should be correct. But yeah, after going through, the one thing that I may miss out that time is really there's no one that helped me to verify my feeling. The normal application, I think, is tedious, is the first one, for sure, because a lot of documents that you need to be prepared, you need to even translate it, and with the proper way of doing that. The second one is about tricky. Tricky means that I think Singapore is one of the country that also how the process is being approved, everything like that is really unknown. And to be able to increase your chances to pass through, I think there should be kind of like the trick that not the regular people will know. Yeah, so only the one that with the experience will know this. The third things that I think is really about the uncertainty. Yeah, and this uncertainty is actually the one that, like can be a very time consuming, and if we really not doing this correct, you will just waste your time waiting and for nothing. When you do this application yourself, right, as many person doing, right, there's no person that help you to do the verification of whether the details that you are filling is correct one or not, whether the document that you're submitting is correct or not. And then on my side, I think my biggest mistake that I just realized when I talked with the immigration people that can just spot it on the spot is really about my race. Yeah, it's not aligned with the one that is written for my employment pass. Then the immigration people help me to correct this mistake. Actually, before I engaged with TIP, I engaged with another two agency that offering the same service like what I engaged with TIP. To be honest, it doesn't give me a very good impression about this service offering as the overall. So I really get a very bad impression about this service, about this immigration service. That's why that time actually when I met these new friends that introduced me about TIP, right? At the beginning when he talked about TIP and introducing TIP, I'm a bit pessimistic that I really want to go through this. But then with the fact that he said he just passed through his PR with the help of TIP, that's why I really give myself a chance to proceed through talking with the TIP. What I like to say is that they are not really hearing what is the problem that I'm facing. And on the top of that, actually, my problem is that I really don't know why I was rejected. So in the beginning of the consultation, I already bring my document. I really bring my all documents that I used that time. I showed them, And I try to ask to them, what do you think with this application that I have? Where's my mistake? Why I was rejected? Do you have any idea or not? Well, yes, they just say in the beginning, we will get through with you. In general, we'll screen for you. But on top of that, we need to reveal first the pricing to you. So on top of that, this gives me really the impression where, this kind of the survey is focusing more on to know whether the people that want to engage with them can pay or not. So this is the worst feeling that I feel. I'm not doing that in very detail, like I purposely checking the pricing, everything like that. So the only chance that I check this pricing is just at the time when I engage with this servicing. And unfortunately, the two agencies that I'm engaged on, to be honest to say, it's not on my budget for in terms of the pricing. I don't think even if they can provide with a good service, I will go with them. There's also another turn off that lead me to be pessimistic about this kind of the service, because the agent is really, I think from one of the agency is really aggressively chasing me about this pricing, while the other agency, their pattern is saying that the time when I visit them, I make the appointment with them, they introduce the pricing, then it's kind of like they try to force me to decide on the spot that whether I want to go with them or not. My personal opinion regarding this kind of the service is on the top of the pricing that you want to offer to the client, right? Actually, you need to show first the good willing that you provided the correct service to the client. You're introducing and you understand what kind of the problem that you can help them to solve to. And I really got a very good experience when I engaged with the immigration people through Kay, because that time when I talked with her, actually she really, put a lot of effort to understand my problem and try to spot what is the issue that I may have, and really give me the direction. Even give me the impression that after she screened through my document, right, she think that I really can have a good chance to pass through. And she even gave me the alert that if I think at the moment the quality or the background of your details, profile, everything like that is not good enough to go through the PR application, I will say at the spot that I may not help you a lot because it's meaningless. Well, this kind of the behavior or the willingness, I could not find that in the previous two agencies. My first advice, I think, is that if you really have a time constraint, very busy at your work, I think this is one of the reasons why you need to engage with this, because these people will help you to run through the filling process and even help you to fill the things without failure. Second is that if you for the common people, it is really unknown that there's an extra documents that need to submit it. It's true that they stated the very detail about what kind of the basic, I would like to say, is a basic documents in the website, but on the top of that, there's a part where they stated others. So you really don't know what the meaning of these others. Then the third thing is that all this process, you can do this. If you want to do this correct, try to engage with the correct people, correct person that can support you.
Hi Harsono,
Hi.
Congratulations on your PR approval.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you actually. I still remember when you come to me the first time with your past application, the first thing I realized was that on top of your EP, your race was Malay. And you declare as a Chinese in your
Correct.
PR applications. Yeah. So I think that this is really a discrepancy in the overall presentation of the information. So I still remember I asked you to approach your HR to actually rectify that your race supposed to be a Chinese. So that's the first step we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And right now, after 13 months, you got your PR approved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, With these current pandemic situations, do you think it makes a difference for you to be holding on to a PR instead of an EP?
Yes, for sure. That really helped me a lot because, in this difficult situation, right? I really know that some of my friends, even already being longer time here in Singapore holding the EP, but because of the retrenchment that need to be done by the company to survive, they really got no choice. Then the EP was retrenched also. They need to get out from Singapore, go back to the home country. Some is the Indonesian, and then at the time when they tried to get back into Singapore, apply for another job, it's not really easy pathway to take off. Yeah, the biggest note is really because they are really much longer time here, staying here in Singapore rather than me. I'm only 4 years plus like that one. So for me, it's really a very big saving point for my future plan. In a sense, like I'm also not that young anymore to move around to get the job in the different countries, start the new life again there. It's really about time for me to start thinking of the settling down, and I think Singapore is one of the best choice that I have. And yeah, having PR being approved is really provide me that chances for the long term plan to be here.
Yeah. So after you get your PR, besides settling down in Singapore, is there any other future plan that you have? Maybe a house,
Well, that's one of the plan probably also, yes. Yeah. And again, without the PR, there's nothing that I can do about it. And having the PR is really about a big help on realizing it. Yes.
I also would like to take this opportunity to share our referral program. Yeah, I remember you were referred by one of your friend who also got his PR approved.
Yeah. It's a new friend by chance.
Yeah, a new friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So this referral program is basically we want client to, share with their friends. Yeah, for those who have the same immigration dream, Singapore immigration dream, they can refer them to us. Yeah, and I hope that, we'll be able to help them to achieve their residency status too.
For sure, okay. From my personal opinion, right? If I know somebody that close to me, I know them, I know that they need this kind of the surveys, I really highly recommended the immigration people to them because I experienced this myself. Right? Yeah, and on the top of that, I even thinking like at any point of time in the future, I'm not sure if I want to submit for my Singapore residency, the citizenship here, yes. I will definitely back to the immigration people.
All right.
Because I know what you can do and what you will help me to do so.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.